Hello everyone, welcome to another video. I actually decided to do this one on a whim. I was doing work halfway through. I was like, you know what? I haven't posted a video in a while, so I might as well, start recording this one. So this is why you're seeing me doing my keyboard like halfway through. But in this video I decided to do a kind of stylized desk setup. I thought doing a desk was going to be nice and easy, just make a couple of random things, and I could put a lot of personalization into it with different colors and stuff like that. So, why not do a desk? As you can see here, I'm just adjusting the camera, adding some colors to the keyboard. To make the keyboard, I just use a lot of array modifiers with a beveled cube. Very simple shapes, all of these stuff. So as you can see, I'm using my favorite Blender hack, one that I used in my watch tutorial actually, using empties to control like quite a few objects. Using empties are quite easy because you can see everything inside of them and you can rotate and move them all at once. So that's why I decided to use empties instead of parenting it to an actual object. So yeah, you can see the pencils in the pots and they're just laying on the floor. No, not on the floor, laying on the desk right there. Right now, I decided to put a piece of paper. It's going to be my chemistry homework, taken from my actual chemistry homework. This is an actual real-life chemistry photo because if you didn't know already, I don't think I've said, I'm a chemical engineer, first year. And yeah, I decided why not use my chemistry homework. And in this part of the video, I am following a CG Matter tutorial on how to make scrunched up paper to put on my desk, just add a bit of, more geometry, adding just different shapes to my desk setup to make it more distinct and unique. By the way, before I go on, the music used in this video is from a good friend, goes by the name Kylo. I'll put his link in the description. It's quite good, so check it out. Okay, so now we're going to abruptly switch to me modeling a mug in 3, 2, 1, and there we go. Yeah, sorry about that. I completely forgot to record this. This whole tutorial was kind of a bit of a mess, but I still hope you enjoy it. As you can see, I'm modeling in Subsurf, doing a simple mug, not too difficult, plenty of tutorials out there. And yeah. Nothing too special about the mug. So, how's your day been? Hope it's well. I can't hear you, but yeah, I hope you're doing well. Anyway, getting back to the video, just positioning things a bit more, scaling them, shaping them, however I need to put them. And then adding color to the mug. And also at this point I decided, maybe have a bit of tea or coffee inside of the mug. And I'm just adding a few shaders to make it more transparent. Yeah. I decided that in the scene, whoever, is the owner of this desk, they're going to be studying. So I decided to make an open book, exercise book, one that they're already writing on. So right now you can see me modeling the book, quite a simple model yet again. I'm using a subdivision surface modifier along with a bevel to make it quite smooth. And then I'm assigning my materials, as you can see right here. And then right now you're watching me again put on my actual chemistry homework onto the mesh. This is the best UV unwrapping job, but I think it gets the job done. So it's good enough. That's pretty much my motto when it comes to Blender, good enough. If I can get away with it, then great. So at this point, I decided I wanted, a decent texture for the material. And as you can see here, I go to textures.com to get a beautiful wood texture. But then I'm like, it doesn't look so good. So I decide to get the 4K version as opposed to the 2K version. And it looks slightly better. And then the 4K one looks better, but then I'm thinking, this wood looks too high quality, it doesn't look cheap enough. It doesn't look like that fake printed stuff that I've got on my desk. So I decided to add in a mix shader to kind of dilute the effect of the table, like the actual wood, and it looks so much better. It's a bit more glossy, less wood, like it looks less authentic. So yeah, I think just that little hack makes, or adds to it, because I also feel like the wood would make it slightly distracting if it's very noticeable. Anyway, right now I'm adding more realistic shaders to the keyboard. Just using the principled BSDF wasn't enough for me, so I decided to use a noise texture and a bump node so that I could get a touch of realism. One thing I stupidly forgot to do, well, I don't know if it was I forgot or if I was lazy, I didn't add any of the text to the keyboard. You won't see that in the final one. Maybe if I do this again, I'll be sure to add it, but yeah, that's my bad. But the keyboard wasn't supposed to be the main attraction for the thing anyway, so it's not so bad. As you can see, the scene is looking quite full, but I was like, you know what, I could add another thing. If you're subscribed or you've seen any of my videos, you've probably seen this before. Yes, it's my lovely headphones, which I'm quite proud of. And if you'd like to make them, I've got a beautiful 2-part tutorial series on how to make ones just like these, so make sure you follow that, link in the description below. So I've already appended it into the scene, and yeah, I thought it would look good. I like the colors, and I think it goes quite well with the scene. You know, studying student vibe I was going for. And yeah, that's one thing I like about, you know, being a 3D artist. You know, I can just import all the assets that I've accumulated over, you know, a long period of time of doing this. So yeah, that's quite a bonus for doing this for, you know, quite a while. So anyway, I'm adding a HDRI for lighting. I test out a few. I don't stick to this one, this night scene. I do have one that's slightly better. That's an actual room, a bedroom. But also the HDRI isn't the main lighting source, or I didn't want it to be like too overpowered, because I did want some stylization in terms of the lighting. Yeah, so you'll see in a minute that I turn down the HDRI and then I turn up the strength of these two lamps right here. So yeah, I decided to have this nice contrast, you know, warm and cold colors, you know, the cold being from the purple, red being from, I don't know, I'm just waffling a little bit. Yeah, I barely passed GCSE art, so yeah, that's the extent of my knowledge. So yeah, after this lighting part, I was thinking, you know, the scene's okay, but it doesn't really have too much of a story going on. It's just a lot of different stuff, you know, on the page or on the desk. I was thinking, you know, if you want to be a good 3D artist, you know, every render tells a story. So, you know, I was thinking, you know, what could I do to, you know, add something to the scene? And I was thinking, you know what, I could relate it to myself, a somewhat struggling student, you know, maybe lacking focus a little bit. So what I did was I decided to model a phone, you know, because I always have my phone with me and I get distracted by it a lot. So I decided to model a phone, quite simple one, glossy, metallic, kind of modeled it after an iPhone like 7, 8, those series. Not very complex modeling. I tried to find one online because I didn't mind using assets since I already used my headphones, but a lot of them were paid or they weren't good or I couldn't open them, or, you know, so I was like, whatever. So I tried to make the speaker of the phone, and it didn't turn out too well. I think it stuck out a bit too much. The camera itself was a bit more discreet, so I decided to leave it in because yeah, I thought it looked alright. And then I added another empty, and I used the empty to position it where I wanted it to. So what I wanted to be on the screen was Naruto, you know, one of my favorite animes, top 10, not my top, but, you know, still up there. You know, me getting distracted by watching some anime fight scenes for like the 100th time. So I was like, you know what, let's just put it in the render. So I'm trying to make the screen emit some brightness without losing the actual detail of the image, but I think it was fine already. And then I also wanted the phone to be the center of attention for whoever's, you know, viewing this piece of art, and then center of attention for the student getting distracted by this, you know, poetry, or, you know, that's the symbolism I want to give to the scene. So I did a few more things, added in ambient occlusion, screen space reflections, bloom, and then I did some compositing as well. Definitely made the scene that much better. I think compositing is extremely important if you want to make your renders look, look better. So as you can see, this is my final piece. I would say I had a decent amount of fun with it. It was quite basic modeling, wasn't too much of a challenge, but I still learned a few things like the scrunched up paper, and I think that was it really. But yeah, it's still quite good. I recommend anyone, especially beginners, doing something like this, a scene with a lot of different pieces, and seeing how you can make it look good by adjusting the camera and making the scene tell a story, because that's a picture tells 1,000 words, or wherever the saying goes. Anyway, I think I've rambled on quite a bit now, so subscribe, I guess. I think you should. You probably should. My videos are decent, I would say. I'm quite proud of them, and yeah, I should be making some more good tutorials. So stay tuned. Anyway, goodbye.